Welcome. It's Amelia Andaleon, yoga and meditation teacher, and I am coming to you live on video. This is my first time recording video for the podcast. I'll be uploading this to Spotify. So those of you that are on Spotify, you can watch the video. The rest of you can hear the audio. And I'm so excited to offer this option for you because I think it makes it easier, especially today we're going to do a little bit of stretching. And before we get to that, I just want to say welcome to your week, and I want to check in with everybody. I want to share that, the world, it's been just crazy. It's been crazy, especially the thing that I feel that is most present and heavy on my heart is the war that's going on in Ukraine. And it seems senseless. I've been trying to figure out, how do I manage my own feelings? I do my best to cultivate compassion, but I also still find myself being angry and frustrated and confused and not knowing what can I do to help. And I've mentioned in the last couple of weeks that I've chosen to donate to a couple of organizations, and I'm still donating to them. I'm praying, I'm meditating, and yet sometimes it still feels like it's not enough. And my practice has been accepting that it is enough, and that when I get silent and listen and get still, to allow there to be some wisdom or inspiration to come in to inform me if there is an action, if there is something that I can do to help, the people of Ukraine, whether it's, like I said, donating to the two organizations that I have chosen to donate to, our World Central Kitchen, and then also Bethany Frankel's organization, which is bringing in supplies for the women and children, the refugees that have been crossing the border in, gosh, there's what, 1.5 million refugees now that have crossed from Ukraine over to Poland. And I just want to mention this again because I want to acknowledge if anyone out there is struggling and having a hard time with feeling, just how you're feeling, and it's like, gosh, does this feel like it's never ending, whether it's the COVID, whether it's the war, whether it's, and there might be something even closer to you that's more personal that you are struggling with. And I just want to send you my compassion and my empathy that it is completely understandable if it feels challenging. And I also want to offer you today, I'm going to get to my yoga mat and I'm going to lead you through some stretches to get into your body. There's going to be slow, gentle stretching today. I wouldn't even call it a yoga class. It literally is going to be some stretching. And then I'm also going to talk you through a meditation. And why meditate? It's like, and why not meditate? Because we can use the calming of our nervous system. So, especially if we're finding ourselves watching the news, or I know you're hearing me talk about it or reminding you maybe about it right now. And so, if we hear that news, how do we process that news? Can you see that sun coming in? Those of you that are watching the video, can you see the sun rays coming in? So I'm going to receive that as a blessing right now. It's like, thank you, reminding me about the light, like that's available to me. So I'm recording this for you. What time is it right now? It's almost 5:30 p.m. in California. So the sun will be setting here in a little bit. And I'm allowing myself to get distracted from my train of thought because I feel like it was the perfect opportunity to disrupt just whatever I was thinking and just take a pause and allow myself to be bathed. Like literally, I feel like I'm being bathed in this light. And for me, this podcast is called Spiritually Fit Yoga. For me, what grounds me and what helps me manage my feelings is meditation, it's prayer, and reminding myself that there's something bigger than myself. There's something greater. There's a divine order or wisdom, that's happening out there, and that I don't need to know all the answers. And it can be understandable if we feel like we want to be in control, and really we're not in control, right? We're not in control of anything, but we can choose. We can choose how to react, and we can choose to respond or react. And that's where our meditation practice comes in. All right, so getting back to what I was talking about. So, yeah, moving, getting into the body, understandable if you're having a hard time with the feelings. And my reminder that I want to encourage you is to let you know that you are not alone in feeling the struggle. So even if you don't know somebody personally, that's being affected, maybe you don't know anybody in Ukraine, maybe you don't know like a personal friend or family relative, maybe you do or you don't, and we could still feel it deeply. That could happen. That could happen. And the analogy that I often share in my yoga classes is, you can sit with those feelings. It's like you're checking in a hotel, and you give yourself some time, maybe a day, maybe a couple of hours, whatever it is, but don't linger there. Don't stay there too long and then check out. It's like, okay, maybe you indulged in those feelings and those thoughts, and now get to your self-care practices. And that's what I'm going to offer you today. Don't forget to take care of yourself. And it sounds like me talking to you like a mom right now, but if you need to hear this, and you might need to hear this right now, it's like every day, like basic rituals, get up in the morning, wash your face, say your prayer or your meditation, write in your gratitude journal, and take care of yourself in a way that you care. So shift from giving up, shift from feeling apathetic, like, oh, it just doesn't matter anymore, because it really does. It really does. What matters is you taking care of yourself and then reaching out if you need help. And it can be everything from getting up, making your bed, getting out of bed, getting down to the kitchen or down the hallway to the kitchen and making something nourishing and setting some affirmations. And I'm going to share some affirmations with you today during our practice. So we're going to stretch a little bit. I'm going to lead you through a meditation and some affirmations. And it's going to be something you can do in the morning, and you can also repeat it in the afternoon. So it's like, I commit to self-care today. I commit to compassion towards myself and compassion towards others. So, and you'll hear more about those affirmations. And the last thing I'm going to mention is, because I have realized in my offerings, is like, what can I offer? What can I offer to the people of Ukraine? And I'm doing my donations. And if I am not finding myself getting on a plane and flying there and doing something there in person, one thing I know that I am capable of doing is offering to those of you that are listening, encouraging you to practice self-care. So next week, I'm going to be offering what's called a Metta challenge. Metta is loving kindness. And I'm going to be leading it live. And I'm going to put this in the episode notes. I'm going to be leading it live on Zoom. And it's going to be for free. It's going to be 7 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, so California time, for 30 minutes. And in those 30 minutes, I'm going to lead you through a meditation. I'll offer you a daily journal prompt. There'll be some mindful movement, everything from stretching to a little bit of yoga, maybe even using some small hand weights, something very, very manageable. And if you don't have any equipment, you can practice and join me. And then I will end with a guided meditation at the very end. And we're going to do this all together, and I'll offer it live in Zoom. I'm going to record it for you, the 30 minutes, and I'm going to place it in several places. I'm going to put it on YouTube. I'm going to put it here on my podcast for my Spotify users. So go to Spotify so you can watch the 30-minute episode. And that's going to be Monday to Friday next week. March 21st is when it's going to start. Today is March 14th. And then there'll be an opportunity to continue with me if you find that it's useful. So 100% completely free. And it's my way of being of service to encourage you to take care of your body and your mind. And if it resonates with you, and those of you, I'm assuming you're listening to Spiritual Fit Yoga, to connect to your higher consciousness and to what feels like your divine wisdom. All right, my friends. So we're going to take a quick break. I'm going to get myself to my mat. Thank you so much for being here. As always, I'm grateful for you. If you have any feedback for me, leave me a comment, leave me a review, reach out to me. Look at my episode notes. You'll see that there. Connect with me on spirituallyfityoga.com. And thank you to my sponsor, ubindi.com, who is the booking platform for my classes. And if anyone wants to use or try ubindi.com and you decide to use it and like it, if you choose to opt for the annual essentials plan, use my discount code Amelia, Amelia, all in caps, and you'll get 50% off. All right. Thank you, my friends. Brief commercial break, and I'll be back soon. And get your yoga mat. Okay. Peace out. Welcome, friends. Get your yoga mat and maybe grab a blanket and maybe a meditation cushion. Totally an option, but it's like really comfy if you want to start this way. Okay, first we're going to start stretching, gentle stretching. Let's start in Sukhasana, which is crisscross applesauce pose, and bring your right shin in front of the left and just rock side to side. Feel the sits bones root down. Then inhale the arms up, palms together. Exhale, pull the thumbs into the heart space. Bring some movement into the body. Do that a couple more times. Bring length to the spine. Bring length to the sides of the body, moving through the shoulder joints, the wrists, the elbows, the forearms. One more time. Inhale. And then exhale, hands to your heart, and slowly walk the hands forward. Just walking forward, and then pause. And then I'm going to move back so you can see me a little bit. And then reach the hands forward so that your fingertips, just the fingertips, are touching the ground. So if you have the ability to go a little bit more forward, go ahead and do that. But listen to the body. So if you're here, great. So what I'm going to ask you to do is either close your eyes or open your eyes and tune into what you feel in this stretch. It may be a stretch for you and it might not be. So just notice. No judgment, no criticism, and then let the head relax. Let any tension drop out of the neck, the head, the face. Take a big breath in and a big sigh out. Slowly walk the hands back, straighten the legs, and just jiggle the legs. Maybe flex and point the ankles. Maybe massage the knees and the thighs, and then switch the other shin. Sitting again in crisscross applesauce. So this self-care practice today is just a gentle, what I'm hoping to offer you is something that is very accessible for anybody, whatever physical condition that you're in, and of course modify as you need to. All right, so we're going to get into the body, the awareness of the physical sensations through some mindful movement. All right, so relaxing the shoulders, letting those sits bones root down into the ground. Inhale the arms up. And exhale, pull the thumbs into the heart space again. We're going to repeat the same thing we just did. Arms up. And exhale, pull the thumbs into the heart space. 2 more times. Bringing movement into the body. Breathing in. Exhaling, releasing the breath. Pause here. If it's comfortable for you, reach the hands forward and then maybe walking the hands forward a little bit more. Just notice what you feel here and then let the head relax. Breathe. Well, sometimes we don't know where we feel tight in the body until we move it, until we move in a position that says, oh, I could use a stretch. I could use this stretch on this side of the body or that side of the body. Take one more breath here. And then slowly walking the hands back. And then straighten the legs. And then you can jiggle out the legs, massage the kneecaps and the thighs again. Maybe flexing and pointing the ankles and the feet. And we'll do that again on each side. So switch legs. Switch the other shin. All right, we're going to do the same thing. Inhale the arms up. Exhale, pull the thumbs into the heart. Do that 3 more times. So when we move the body, so today I'm leading you through what I'm considering a gentle stretch, a gentle exercise. Breathing, we move the body, we breathe. We get to release any stagnant energy. Walk the fingertips forward, reaching as far as you can, and then relax the head down. And creating space for freedom in the body. Breathe in. Let something go. Slowly release. Straighten the legs, shake out the legs. Massage the kneecaps, massage the thighs. Release any tightness, any tension. Relax the shoulders. And bring that other shin in front to one more time. Repeat the same thing. Inhale the arms up. Exhale, palms to the heart. 3 more times. Honoring the body through movement and breath. Inhale, I honor the body with movement and breath. One more time, I honor my body with movement and breath. Walk the fingertips forward and then relax the head. Hold here and now invite these intentions. As you inhale, I invite ease. I release tension. Let's add these affirmations as you walk forward. Inhale, I invite ease. I release tension. I invite ease. I release tension. And when you're ready, slowly walk the hands back, straighten the legs, shake out the legs. I always like massaging the kneecaps and the thighs and flexing and pointing the ankles, so maybe rotating. So do what feels good in your body. You'll know where, when you feel like you need to pop some knuckles or release some tension in the ankles or the feet. Now bring our soles of the feet together in what's called Baddha Konasana. Just feel what you feel, and your knees might be way up here and they might be down. Some people are so open that their knees are flat on the ground. I can sometimes get there. It takes me a little bit of work, but this is where my natural hip opening is as of right now. And allow yourself to open eyes or close eyes and tune into the sensations of the hips. And make peace with any relationship you have with your body right now. And will you invite in nourishing thoughts? Loving kindness towards self, which we call Metta. I'm giving you a little preview of our Metta challenge that I'm going to be offering you next week. It'll be 30 minutes of movement, mindful movement, and meditation. Let's calm the body, let's calm the nervous system. So stay seated, or if it's comfortable for you, slowly let the upper torso lower while you're letting the sits bones, those bony parts underneath the booty, root down, kind of like anchors into the ground, into the earth. If it's comfortable for you, then let the upper torso fold over or stay seated. You can sit up. So listen to the body. And let's repeat the affirmation. Inhale, I invite ease. Exhale, I release tension. Inhale, I invite ease. Exhale, I release tension. And now stay here in any variation of this pose, repeating that affirmation out loud as a whisper or silent. 5 more breaths on your own. And if you're folded over, slowly rise up. And then straighten the legs again. And just massage them if that would feel good. Maybe jiggle the legs out. Maybe bring some movement in the ankles, the toes, the feet. And we're going to start working our way onto our back. It was a short stretching session today. I'm going to lead you through a meditation while you're lying down, including affirmations. And again, the intention of this session is gentle movement, gentle awareness of the body, and inviting you to commit to a practice of self-care and metta, loving kindness toward yourself, to take care of yourself. And when we take care of ourselves, we're more able to take care of others. And we show up as our highest, brightest self. All right, hug your knees into your chest. And gently rock side to side. And just pause here. Relax the head. And feel what you feel here in the back body. Notice if you can relax the muscles in the upper back, the middle back, the lower back. Release tension in the tops of the shoulders, the backs of the shoulders, the back of the neck, the back of the head. And feel the breath against your thighs. Now set your feet down, keeping your knees bent. And stay here. And then bring your arms out wide to a T. And then pause. Now feel the backs of your arms resting on the ground. And now take your feet out as wide as your mat. Or if you're not on a yoga mat, a little bit wider than your hips. And then slowly windshield wipe your knees, slowly, side to side. So just letting the knees gently flop from side to side. And feel what you feel in the hips. Receiving this movement as medicine, this time to connect your body. And this time to commit to self-care as access to showing up as your highest self. And if it resonates with you, to connect into something that is bigger than yourself. All right, release. Now feet together, knees are still bent, feet at the center of your mat. Cross your right knee over your left knee and pause here. And feel the spine and the back melt into the mat, into the floor, into the ground. If it's comfortable for you in your body, gently with your left hand grabbing softly against the outside of the right thigh, guiding the knees over to the left. And if it's comfortable, rotating your head to look towards the right hand. So what we're looking for here is inviting space in the right side of the waist, the outside of the hip, the right hip and the right leg. And also slowing down the breath. Bring your attention to the physical sensations in the body.
nurturing your body and your mind by staying present, observing, noticing, and breathing. Back to center. And then cross the left knee over the right. Pause here. And then again, settle the back body, the back of the head, the backs of the arms into the ground. Hold here. Notice if there's any tension in the neck or the shoulders. Let it relax, let it release. And if it's comfortable on this side, let the right hand gently grab, drape on the outside of the left leg, rotating your head towards the left and guiding the knees over to the right. And maybe you'll get a little pop, a little chiropractic adjustment. I always get that in these twists in my spine, especially the more that I relax and surrender, allowing this twist in the spine to nourish my spine, nourish the body. And it's nourishment if you're honoring your body to only go to the extent where you feel a sensation but not sharp pain. Part of our self-care practice is to listen, pay attention, observe, and make choices that serve your highest good. So stay here on this side until you have a sense of feeling even, that there's a sense of completeness, that you feel a sense of balance between the right and left sides of the body. And when you feel ready, bring the knees back to center, uncrossing the feet. Feet at hip width apart, both arms out to a T with the palms facing up, the forearms facing up. And hold here 3 more breaths. Breathe in, I invite ease. Exhale, I release tension. I invite ease. I release tension. And now your choice to shift into Shavasana, which is legs straight, arms out to the sides, laying on your back, getting comfortable. It might mean putting a cushion underneath your knees. You might want to put on a sweater or lay a blanket on you. Or you might want to roll over to your side and press yourself up to a seat and take a seat for meditation. So get comfortable. Take a seat or lay down. And I'm going to guide you in this final meditation with affirmations. I'm going to play the sound of this bell, which is going to be your signal at the end of today's meditation. Take a deep breath in and a cleansing exhale, empty out tension. Release what you want to let go. And do that again. Breathe in. Receive what serves you, what inspires you, and release anything you wish to let go in this moment. And when you release, may you also release attachment to outcomes and results. When you exhale, I release attachment to outcomes and results. And when you inhale, bring to mind any intention, what comes to mind as your deepest heart's desire. And now let the body relax. Muscles relax. Bones heavy. Skin loose and smooth. I'll repeat a few intentions, which you may repeat as affirmations for yourself. I nourish my body and my mind. I connect to my highest self. I nourish my body and mind. I connect to my highest self. Repeating out loud or as a whisper or silent. I nourish my body and mind. I connect to my highest self. Continue on your own in silence. And now consider these intentions, these affirmations. I practice mindfulness. I am present and aware. I am mindful. I am present and aware. I am mindful. I am present and aware. Repeat on your own. Continue in silence. And our final affirmations. I am grateful. I am at peace. I am grateful. I am at peace. All is well. All is well. Continue in silence until you hear the sound of the bell. Namaste and peace out.